Hi beautiful people, welcome to this pick a card reading. Today we are going to look into how your spirit team wants to give you some compliments today. Now, my name is Mila. Welcome to Wood Monkey Tarot. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you're vibing with my vibes. As requested, I will now put an image in the video so that you can see and pick your deck. For the first collective, we have the Hermit card. The second collective, we have Temperance. The third collective, we have Judgment. And the fourth collective, we have the Fool. So take your time picking your deck, picking your card. And then I would like to say, let's get straight into the reading. Hell yeah, I'm excited about this one. Oh, and also, of course, if you want to book a personal reading, you can do that through the link in my description. I have a little page where you can check out different readings that I have to offer. We can get into contact with your spirit guides. We can get into contact with your ancestors, or we can do a general reading, whatever you like, love. So go check it out. Hi, you chose number 1, collective number 1. I don't know why I started this so awkwardly, but I feel like it ties into the energy. Like, I feel like this is in a collective that are homebodies, keeps to themselves, very introspective people that are coming here to the collective. Now, there's something interesting about this because you could have chosen your card today based off of your Matrix Destiny chart thing, because I recently found out that I am the Hermit. Regarding that, I don't know too much about it, but it's interesting to get into, and maybe you already knew that, so you based it off of that. But basically, it starts off saying that you're a very independent individual. I am definitely with specifically this imagery, homebody vibes, right? And there's also something very wise about you, because the Hermit goes within. The Hermit goes within to see who it is they are and what it is they are actually looking for. This person prefers solitude. You know, you might prefer the quiet of your room. You don't like to socialize too much. And we already have 2 cards coming out for you that kind of solidify what I just said, because we have Desmond Doss from the movie, if I can remember the name, I feel so goofy in this reading. Like, why am I acting like a total nerd right now? Like, you could be nerdy. You could have a very strong belief as well. That is something that's coming through, because Desmond Doss is a person who has very strong faith in God, and it helps him make moves. It helps him heal people. So you might be a healer. You might be somebody with very strong morals, somebody who's very set in what they believe in and how they act on it. Andrew Garfield in general is kind of coming forward here, where he's an individual who speaks up on things that matter. He speaks up on causes that matter. He doesn't stay quiet, even though he has a very kind soul. He is serious when it comes to political injustice, you know what I mean? Or matters that are important to acknowledge, like I'm seeing those pictures of him and Emma Stone where they're being shown with paparazzi, and he's just holding up an image of like, hey, there are organizations that are more important to look at than me. You know, like, I feel like there's kind of a selfless vibe to you, where it's like you don't want people to look at you. And that's coming through right now. Like, you care a lot about what's going on right now in the world. And it might get you down. It might really get you down in the dumps to see everything that's happening on a global scale. And immediately I have this rush of like emotion coming over me, where it's like you might sit there and watch everything that's happening, and you just feel your heart shattering as you have to see these things, right? And that's kind of that Desmond Doss energy, where it's like you're very courageous and you're devoted to this cause. You have a self-sacrificing energy to you. And then also The Godfather came out, which is a very powerful, different kind of energy. But I can see how it ties into your energy, because this is about somebody who's very protective and loyal to those he cares for. This is somebody who is strategic and tries the best they can to stay in control and to have power over their destiny. There's that kind of Capricorn Saturn energy where through hard life lessons you've had to learn and evolve, and you've had to constantly probably look within yourself to see where it is you're going, and to, you know, you've had some hard karma in your life. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. It's like through rigid discipline and through lesson after lesson, through trying again and again, like there is giving me that sense of going again and again and again, right? Desmond Doss, he keeps going back into the battlefield every single time. He never gives in, he never gives up. He always keeps on going because he has that strong sense of justice. And this is exactly what Spirit loves about you. This is what your team loves about you. They love how dedicated you are. They love how loyal you are to the cause, how loyal you are to what you stand for. And they love how you take action on it in your own way. You know, you're very selfless, and yeah, it is very admirable. You're private, you're kind of slow to open up to people, you know, with the Hermit, but they commend you for it because you stick to what you believe in. And I think that's the most prominent thing that's really coming forward here. Now, let's pull some tarot and see what else your spirit team is proud of in this moment at this time. What are they proud to see within you? What are you proud to see you doing, to see you being? You know, and also there's like a soft-heartedness. Like, to the outside world, you might seem tough. You might seem scary. You might have an intimidating kind of demeanor. But really, you see that the God, like, it's a vague picture, I know, but you can see that he's stroking a little cat here. Like, he's still like, he still has heart. He has a deep sense of like a protective nature to you, you know? Okay, what is it your spirit team is proud of? Boom. We got the strength. Yes, again, this is your willpower. This is your strength to keep on going. You do not give in. You do not back out. You have tamed a certain inner demon as well, is what I'm getting with this. It's like your spirit team is proud of how you've confronted your shadow, because you could have been manipulative in the past, like ruthless, you know, like kind of maybe even angry about all the injustice, right? But now you kind of stick to yourself, you know. You could have like embodied a lot of the negative aspects of the Godfather, but it's saying like there's a sense of you really taming that beast within yourself. One more card. How is Spirit proud of you? Boom, it's really flying out here. The Seven of Swords coming out. Yeah, so I am getting like you do not fear the dark. You do not fear the dark. You keep on going. And even if it's hard, even if you know there are enemies all around you, you go back in and you look for the truth, and you look for justice, and you look for healing. That is what you do. I keep coming back to Desmond Doss. Hacksaw Ridge, that movie, it could be very significant. Like, this is so empowering about you, that you embody that energy of never giving in and confronting those shadows. Like, and again, that strategic nature that you have is coming forward very strongly. You know, you do have a very strategic kind of keep to yourself, also self-preserving in a way where it's like you are not going to be in the drama. You're not going to concern yourself with these things. If people have a problem with you, they can come to your room and talk. But they don't, because you're kind of intimidating, right? That's kind of the vibes I'm getting here. It's like people don't with you because you stand for what's right. And you have like a deep, I'm also getting like you do have a very strong protective protective team around you, with her sitting with this lion and him having this snake around him. In this specific Lenormand deck, it is normally seen as a negative innotation with like enemies in the grass and stuff, but I can also interpret this as you have some powerful spiritual beings that got your back, you know? And because you're so sincere, because you're so selfless and courageous, that is exactly the type of spirit guides you are also attracting. That is exactly the type of spirit guides that work with you, because they admire that. They admire your courage. They admire your vigor, your loyalty, even your ruthlessness in it, right? That you could have ancestors that embody that same ruthless energy as well. And it's just saying that, you know, again, there's that you're very cunning, secretive in a way, and your spirit guides really appreciate that about you. They think it definitely shows strength. Okay, let's get one more card of what your spirit team loves about you and what they want you to feel confident about. Boom, we've got, okay, yeah, again, like the king of, is this upright or reverse? Upright or reverse, spirit? I think that's an upright card. The King of Pentacles coming out. You just on your game. You have that mind, like the King of Pentacles, like it is again giving me that Godfather energy where you're just standing on business. You are standing on business. Like you hold your ground very, very well, and you know how to build your own empire. You really do know how to do that. And that is a skill that you might not acknowledge. That is a power that you really know how to embody. It's that also like that Mars energy, right? That knowing how to take action and being a leader. You are a leader to so many. You are an example to so many because you embody that courageous energy. I'm coming back to that courage that you have, right? Oh God. Like you are secure within yourself, and you know how to provide that security to the people around you. And that is very commendable, and your spirit guides just want you to know how proud they are of you because of that 1 2 2 2 on my timer. Yeah, it could even be in the way you show up in partnerships, the way you show up for other people. Like you're seen as a very successful, stable, and just like deeply reliable individual. And that is one of your greatest strengths. And also something I'm getting is that you're a really good advisor. It's like you know how to really guide people through things. You know how to make the right decisions. You know how to help other people make the right decisions. And you always know how to kind of find a common ground that everybody kind of can play on, you know? You know how to level with people. That's the thing. You know how to level with people. You're dependable and mature in how you interact with others. 1 3 1 1. Like, yeah, again, you have like divine creator energy. Like you are a divine creator of your kingdom in a sense. You know, like the Midas touch, you know, that King of Pentacles is the Midas touch. It is everything you touch turns to gold. Everything you touch, everything you interact with, it's just magic. You have this protective barrier around you that people can't really fathom, you know? And sometimes that comes across as intimidating to people. Let's get a few last cards from my own made deck. What do we have coming out? Yeah, we have that day and night coming forward, right? That how you've kind of learned to work together with your shadow. That's very significant. Your spirit guides are extremely proud of how you've really tamed that beast. Again, I'm coming back to how you're working together with your shadow. You're not afraid of it. You're not afraid to be in the trenches, right? Desmond Doss. It's that I'm not going to carry a gun because I have my morals, but I am going in there and I am going to put myself at risk because I want to help people, right? That's that really like that rebellious nature, and I'm getting shivers everywhere saying that. Dualities exist also within you. Embrace your shadow with the same love as your light. And this is something that you have mastered. And that is what your spirit guides are very proud of. Then we have Gemini coming forward. So you're curious, you're constantly learning, trying to learn new things. You're a great communicator. Again, that is coming forward. You are great at communicating how you think. helping others, etc. You're good at learning new things. You keep asking questions as well. It's not like you set yourself as a certain thing. It's like you're always looking for new development. You're always looking for new things and how you can expand, right? That's that hermit energy. It's like you're always seeing what you can learn from your personal experiences. Every conversation has the power to change the way you see the world. And that is how you approach your entire life. I feel like this is a collective that is very conscious of the way they move through life and how they can continue to grow and learn. And I think that your spirit guides are very, very proud of that. So this is just a really cool collective all in all. Mirror work, exactly. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Exactly, like your spirit guides just want to keep hammering on the fact that you are doing the shadow work. You are confronting your shadow and you are looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, okay, what can I do better? How can I become a better individual to help those around me? 1611 on my timer. You have radical honesty about the things you should be improving about yourself. While still staying compassionate, right? Because we have Desmond Doss, compassion is his theme, and then here we have self-compassion. So compassion towards yourself is a big theme here. You know, you learned how to speak to yourself differently. That's a process that you've been through, and that's how you've kind of learned to become friends with your shadow. And yeah, your spirit guides are very proud of that. Hanas, again, we have self-awareness here coming out, right? The more you embrace who you are, the more deeply you connect to others, the self. You have mastered, in a sense, you have mastered your self-image and how you have accepted yourself fully for who you are with all your flaws. 1711. This is a very aligned collective. I just want to say 1717. Like, you are a very aligned individual. And that's also why God favors you so much, is what I'm hearing. This is why you're so favored. This is why you can get back into the battlefield over and over again without a scratch. Because you've done the work. Like, that's something that I keep saying to my clients as well. Like, the deepest form of protective spell work you can do is your shadow work. It is confronting yourself. That is the best way you can raise your frequency and gain more protection from the divine. And that is something you have done. You know how to look at your reflection, and you know how to stay authentic to yourself. You don't hide. Maybe you do hide parts of yourself, which is something I'm getting. Like, you are a very secretive person, but you do it with intention, right? You protect yourself in a sense, and that's something that Spirit is saying, and you should also be proud of that, you know? You have great wisdom. You have great humanity to you as well with the Hanas card. You care about humanity as well. I'm coming back to that. So yeah, I think this is all I have for this collective. Please let me know in the comments if this resonated for you. If you did, maybe put a little, what am I gonna say? You could put a little snake in the comments. If this was your collective, put a little snake in the comments. I always love to know which pile people choose. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Make sure you subscribe. That's still the best way you can support me at this time. And never forget, you can book a personal through the link in this description. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Hi, collective number 2. You chose Temperance. And immediately I am feeling a little more calm going into this reading. You are a natural peacemaker. You know how to move with the heart. You know how to calm down people's emotions. You know how to calm down your own emotions. You are somebody who is very balanced. You are a very balanced individual, and in general, just very patient, you move through life a little slower, a little more at ease with things. You help people worry less because life really ain't that serious. And that's kind of the energy I am picking up on, and I am really feeling it right now. So if you connected with this card, welcome to your reading. Let's get straight into it. I feel that this collective is very much a healing presence. You all have a very healing presence to many. You could have seen rainbows recently. You know the video that's coming to mind now? I think it was somewhere in America. They were singing Heal the World by Michael Jackson, like a large group of people when the video just came out. And it started raining, and then there was a rainbow, almost as if he was there with them, appreciating the kind of healing energy in that environment. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting from this collective, right? You have such a healing presence to many. You kind of have that Michael Jackson, kind of that calm demeanor, that gentle voice that really just makes you feel like you can right there go to sleep like, oh, this is so nice. You know what I mean? Like, that is the energy that you're giving off right now. So let's see what else who are you and what does your spirit team like about you? Okay, we've got Caitlin coming out. Okay, so you're also an enforcer of the truth here, right? We have Arcane. Caitlin is somebody who has a strong sense of justice and is also trying to get to the bottom of the truth in many ways. She's very observant. She has strong principles and is curious to know more. There's Virgo energy coming out here. Let's get one more card here. We have Joe coming out, a writer. So it could be this is your confirmation to know that you are a writer. Joe is a very strong female character as well. So you could have a creative path going on, but also something I am picking up on with Mercury and Gemini. There's something about you really being curious to know more, curious to get to the bottom of things. You ask questions. You know, that scene is almost always comes forward is like, why do women have to be this and this? Why can't I just be free? You know, even though I'm still lonely, I want to be more than just a woman. I want to create purpose for myself, in a sense, right? You're very independent. You're passionate about the things you care about, and you're very authentic. But you can also be a bit stubborn, right? But I think mainly what they appreciate about you is your strong sense of justice, your strong sense of principles and morals, the way you move through life, knowing that you can change things. You can change things. Joe creates a school. Eventually, she creates a school for people, right? A safe haven, a safe space. And that is something that might be something you want to achieve as well one day. You might have big dreams and big goals of creating safe spaces for certain communities, and that might be something you resonate with. And this is something your spirit team is very, very proud of when they think about getting to work with you. They're like, yes, let's make this happen. Yes, you're stepping into your purpose. Yes, this is extremely commendable behavior, right? Also, of course, you could be queer as well, which is something very significant, because even if you're not queer, this reading can still be for you. But if you are queer, then it says something about you changing societal norms. It says something about you. Like the other day I had somebody come up to me and my partner, and they were like, you know that dykes are like one of the most embodied versions of people who unapologetically like embody their identity. They're strong people because they've completely had to let go of all narratives. They had to decenter men. They had to do this. They had to do that in order to come back and be completely themselves, feel completely at ease in their own identity. That takes strength. That takes a lot of guts, you know? And I think that if you resonate with that, that is something that your spirit team is also very proud of. You express yourself. You have chosen to be who you are and express it without apology. You know, you don't apologize for being different. And even if that's not being queer, it could still be choosing a creative career, choosing a creative path, you know, doing things outside of the norm, doing things outside of the societal structures that we're kind of caged in and caged around. You break out of those things. You do it differently. And that's something that your spirit team is very proud of. How does your spirit team see you, and what is it exactly that they're proud of? What is it something they want you to feel more confident about? Oh, okay, that's a lot of cards. We have the Three of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Now, I'm going to check if that's an actual reverse. Yeah, so I asked a couple questions with my pendulum, and the Two of Swords here is really about building something with a partnership. And as these are two women, I do think that kind of enforces the whole queer identity thing. But even so, it could also even be with a best friend or something, or just with women working together in general to build something beautiful. And now I'm getting with the thorns here, the bloody thorns and the rose, I'm getting that message that Ariana Grande sent out with her Petal music video, which is you bloom wherever you are planted. You bloom wherever you are planted. And that's going for Joe as well, where, you know, that state of the world is so male dominated. She has no power as a woman, right? And this is something that is emphasized in this film, Little Women. And I think that there is something here about you breaking norms, you being who you are. Ace of Wands, that authentic expression, that constant going for what you feel inspired by and initiating, taking charge, doing what you want to do, you know. And then we have that Three of Cups coming out. It's like you know how to celebrate who you are. You know how to celebrate your community. You know how to empower even the women around you, is kind of what I'm getting. Or just in general, the people around you. But you really know how to bring power to those around you. That's what you do. And again, with these three women, it's like that Little Women vibe, where it's like you have a very strong sense of community here. Strong sense of principles. Like, all in all, your energy really just comes forward as this exciting, vibrant, highly attractive spark of energy. You are a spark to so many. And with the mushrooms, I'm even getting that, like, you're so whimsical in it as well. Like, you're not just excited, like, you're like a fairy, right? We're using the fairy deck here. It's like you see things from such a spiritual point of view even, right? You see things, like, you open people's third eye is what I just heard. It's very interesting. Again, I'm just coming back to that. You're building your own castle. You know how to build communities as well. Like, you're definitely a community builder. And this is something your spirit team is very proud of. Proud to see in you. Proud that you want that. Proud that you're looking forward to expanding that. Proud that you're emotionally open to so many people. Because you want to help anyone you can. And again, with the lily pads, I'm just getting like, you bloom wherever you are planted. It's like that you might have had a very hard past where you've had to grow through mud, right? But still you bloom. And this is something that's really strongly coming forward, and you're really building a beautiful life for yourself. You could have a strong belief in the matriarchy as well. That's just kind of the vibe that this reading is giving, because the first reading I did was was very different, let's just say, and this is a lot more like feminine energy coming forward, so it makes sense. Now I want to get you a last couple of cards from my other deck. We do have Froggy on the bottom of the deck here with, again, lily pads. Like, you know how to take leap of faiths, and you know how to encourage other people to take leap of faiths. That's kind of what I'm getting, and I think that your spirit team is just very, very proud to see you do that, to see you take those leaps of faith and just kind of go in it. You know, Caitlin, she had no idea what she would find in the underground, but she went there and she learned, because she's curious. She wants to know. She wants to get to the truth of the matter. And you're just like that. So let's see. Spirit, what are you proud of regarding this second collective, the Temperance collective? Community. Aquarius, exactly. Like, you have a grand vision here. This is somebody who thinks big. You have a big vision. And again, it's community, right? You care about the collective. You care about the collective. That is what Spirit is really proud to see in you. You have a vision. Your uniqueness becomes a gift once you stop apologizing for it. So that could be a message for you that Spirit wants to give you. Embrace your uniqueness. Because again, with the mushrooms, I'm just getting that you have a very kind of like spiritual essence to you, which helps people open their third eye. So that uniqueness, like some people might think you're willy woozy waza, right? I'm getting that scene from Fairy Dust with Matthew McConaughey. If you know, you know. Fairy Dust. So there's just something so whimsical about you. And Spirit is basically saying you should be more proud of that. 3111 on my timer. That is essential to how you're going to create that vision. It is by embodying that authenticity even more, that uniqueness even more, right? Innovation, freedom. You show people that they can free themselves. You know, I think it's just, you have very powerful energy here. Oh, that's a lot of cards. Wait, that's way too many. Oh, we have Pendulum on the bottom here. I'll take that. Pendulum. Ask for your spirit teams and ancestors' guidance. Let yourself be guided. Yeah, there's something here about you getting more whimsical and embracing your whimsy. And I think that there's also something that, you know, they're proud of how you ask for guidance and how you listen to your guides is something else. That's very beautiful. And how you move through life is something I'm also getting. You're very gracious in how you move through life. And keep calling on your spirit team because they're right there with you. Right? Okay, let's get one more card for the collective. Why is this spirit team proud of this collective? Okay. Owl. Okay, I have a bunch of cards coming out. We'll just go through them one by one. Owl, intuition, hermit mode. Something here about how you look beneath the surface. Again, we come back to that Caitlin energy. You look beneath the surface of things. You don't mind going into the depths of it. Again, you have a strong sense of social justice, maybe even. You look beneath the patterns. It's like you look at the societal structures and you wonder, why are things built this way? How can we change that, right? With Aquarius energy, how can we change that? How can we create a better future for the world? You're observant, you have great discernment and very good inner wisdom that you can call on. Seeing what others overlook, finding truth in silence, and spiritual maturity. That is something you should be proud of. You know and see what others don't. You're a visionary. Again, people with a strong Aquarius placements, they can see the future, okay? And I love Aquarius people because of that. I myself am an Aquarius moon. But genuinely, Aquarius placements, people with big Aquarius placements are the ones who are going to make big change in the world. And that's something you can be proud of. It isn't a restriction. That uniqueness isn't something you should hide. It isn't something you should feel ashamed of. It is something powerful, extremely powerful. Then we have Thorn. It's so interesting. We've got the Thorn coming out, and then we have this card with thorns on them. So we're getting a little bit more clarity on that, because I did wonder what that Two of Swords was really about. But we have the Two of Swords here, which is about courage. It's about, again, discernment is coming through twice. You know how to step. You know how to step. It's like You are cautious of the snakes. You are cautious of where you can and can't step. You understand how to set your boundaries, right? You have a strong sense of boundaries because you know you have to protect yourself from like evil forces and stuff like that. Evil forces and just negative energy, right? You have strength. You have broken through out of so many hard, you could have really bloomed out of the pavement here. You could have had a lot of trials and errors here. A lot of people trying to push back on you. Because that's the thing, people who have visions, people who can see beyond, people who want to change the world get a lot of pushback. They're being told they're unrealistic. They're being told they can't do it because they can sense the power in them and it scares them, right? And you have learned how to grow out of those environments. Your boundaries protect the peace you've worked so hard to create. And that is what your spirit guides want to say. It's like they're so proud of you for upholding those boundaries and being so strong. The garden. You bloom where you are planted. I'm telling you. You've got a great new beginning coming for you. There's a lot of healing and growth happening. You're nurturing yourself in new ways. You're nurturing this plant, and this could be with a partner, or this could also just be you and yourself. You and your higher self is what I just heard. You really just focused on that. What you nurture with love will flourish. Stay compassionate towards yourself. They're proud of how you're building your own empire. And then we have the teacher. Yeah, again, like I am getting that you're going to be moving into a teaching role here with Jo as well, right? She built a school. So there is definitely a sense of a teaching role that is going to come for you. Come to you. You're meant to teach. You're meant to show others. You're meant to empower others. And I am still getting specifically women as well. You have discipline, your endurance. Jo spends hours writing her book, focused on her goal. That's something that's very, very commendable. And your spirit team is saying you're very disciplined, and that's beautiful. You have patience regarding your goals as well. It's not just going to be done in one go, right? I want to see the placement here. Virgo energy. Okay, interesting, because I was like, I need to look at the placement, and I didn't know why, but then I saw Virgo, and it makes sense, because Virgo is about learning that your achievements doesn't give you value, learning that Virgo is a sign of service. It's a sign of I give to the world, right? And that's something that's commendable about you, but there's also a sense of like, every challenge arrives with exactly what you need to overcome. It's like, know that it isn't just in what you can provide that is your worth. Know that it is the healing of yourself that is most important right now. I hope that makes sense, but I hope that resonates for you in that Virgo energy of I gotta be of service to the world. I gotta be of service to those around you, which is a very commendable trait to have. And it is empowering. Your spirit team does see how empowering that is for you, but don't get lost in the kind of restriction that puts you in. The role isn't just you are not just the role you play. You're also a divine, beautiful being. Just by being you, you're already sharing so much healing energy around you. By being who you are, your essence in itself creates such beautiful healing environments for people around you. So don't ever forget that. Yeah. Okay, I think this is all I have for the second collective. Thank you for being here. And if you want to book a personal reading, you can do that through the link in the description. I have multiple different offers you can check out. I would appreciate a subscription because I do tend to upload a pick a card reading every week or so. I'm trying to get more consistent with that, but I do need your support to make that happen. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi. Hi, beautiful people of the third collective. Welcome to your reading. Immediately what I am getting is you are the kind of person that acts as a mirror. You act as a mirror to many. You could have significant Scorpio placements. That's something that is very Scorpio, because you embody deep transformation. You show people what they are not changing, they are choosing. So you're a mirror to many, and there is some kind of deep, like currently you could be going through a deep awakening, but also it could just be that you have, through your awakenings and through your constant transformation, you have developed a very strong self-image. You have done that mirror work, right? Where it's like you talk to yourself differently, you learn to, yeah, you take accountability, basically. You take accountability and you show others that they don't, and it can agitate their demons, but your spirit team here is to say they're very proud that you do that and that you are that. And that is something you should take as a compliment. Being a mirror to many is a compliment because you're doing God's work just by walking this earth. And that is extremely commendable. You're an awakened individual and you are a catalyst for transformation. You are a catalyst for transformation for not just yourself, but the people around you. So let's see, how does your spirit team see you and what are they proud of? Yeah, Naruto. I love this. I love Naruto coming out here and showing how you're a leader, how you are extremely commendable in what you do, who you are, the strength you show, the deep transformation, the embracement of your shadow. You could have been bullied as a kid a lot for who you are. This is kind of the collective that I'm picking up on, you know. Being a mirror to many, I resonate with that. I am a rising Scorpio myself, so I do see how, you know, even when you were younger as a kid, you were a truth speaker. You said the way things were. You were a rebel. You showed how the system wasn't working. You said things as they were. You were so authentic from a young age that it agitated the people around you. And this is something that's extremely commendable about you. You're extremely resilient. Constant transformation requires extreme resilience. It means you keep getting back up. It means that even though you have to constantly shed skin, you have to constantly become this new version of yourself, you do it, even when it's hard. There's that Sun Leo energy, right? That being so rooted in your identity, in who you are. Naruto knows who he is. He knows. He says it from a young age. He's like, I'm gonna be Hokage. I'm gonna be the leader of this village. And everybody makes fun of him. But he knows that he's going to reach that height. And that is something that is extremely commendable about you too. You are a dreamer. You know and you search for your belonging. You have been searching for where you belong your entire life. And it's something that you have found within yourself. You belong within yourself. You belong with you. You're optimistic. You're loyal. You shine your light. You know, and people might project onto you saying that, oh, they're just an attention seeker or they've got a big ego or whatever. But it's just projection because they don't embody the things that you embody, which is that constant transformation, right? What else, Spirit? What else do you have for the collective? Camilla, devotion, caretaker, Taurus energy. Again, like, you know who you are. You know how to show up with a cute outfit every day. This is a Taurus energy, but it's like, you know what you stand for. You know, 4411 on my timer. You know how to work with your team. Naruto as well, you know how to work with your team. You stay extremely loyal to the people you care about. And that is extremely commendable. It is like you can be a little self-sacrificing. I mean, I see that in Naruto as well, even though it's not written on his card. You know, you sacrifice yourself in order to get the people where they need to go, in order to make change. in order to become bigger. 4444 on my timer. 4s are very significant in this collective. Yeah, your spirit team is right there with you. You're loyal, you're steady, and you're supportive. You know how to take care of those around you. And it's just extremely commendable. I mean, this energy in this reading is just making me feel like I just want to be like, yeah, keep doing you. You know what I mean? Like, that is the energy that's coming forward. You know how to cheer the people on around you. You could be into photography as well with Camilla here. Like, you have an art for seeing things that others don't. You have an art in acknowledging the strength and power in others as well, and you know how to support them. You know how to elevate those around you and help them gain their strength in how they can perform and grow and outperform themselves, you know? Because you are who you are, because you are so undeniably courageous and optimistic, that's like contagious to the people around you. It's like, okay, if they can do it, okay, they show that they're so powerful and that they can move. They can move, you know? I can move too. I can strengthen myself too. I can develop my skills too. You know what I mean? You really show the people around you. You're like this beam of inspiration is what I'm getting. And maybe even I feel like there is kind of like a divide within the collective where it's like some of you do this from center stage and others of you do this behind the scenes. And maybe you have a combination of those energies where it's like some of you do this by taking, like some of you are the director of the movie and others of you are the producer of the movie who make it work, you know? There's that Christopher Nolan with his wife coming through where it's like he makes the movie, he takes the big grand stage and takes all the compliments while she's in the background holding everything together, right? Making things happen, planning it all out, doing the stuff. So there's like two aspects to this energy here. Whichever you resonate with, good for you, you know? Let's see, what else is it that Spirit proud of in this collective at this time? Okay, upright or reverse? Yeah, it's the way you give. It's the way you give. But we do have the 7 of Voices here as well. Let me see what this is about. So it's interesting because I was going to get into the compliments that this collective has, but clearly asking clarification with my pendulum here, there's a lesson coming forward. This is about a lesson. So your spirit team does want to address this. I'm just a messenger. All right, here we go. There is a sense of you needing to stop deceiving yourself here. Stop and face the music. And what this is about, immediately I saw the scene where Naruto, he learns that his best friend goes on a dark path and then he wants to go out by himself and retrieve him, when in fact that is not realistic, right? He can't do it on his own. He can't do it all by himself. He cannot be this lone wolf. So there is a sense of you needing to accept help from your friends, acknowledge that you kind of gotta let your ego go here a little bit. And there's also that Leo energy where you might have a deep wound of not feeling seen by those around you, of not feeling appreciated by those around you, of not being acknowledged in the powerful identity you really hold, right? Because Leos are powerful signs. It's just that they never get acknowledged, so then they sit in their shadow for a long time, right? Interesting. There's like a beep, beep, beep. It's like step back. It's like somebody's going back. It's like step back for a moment and acknowledge the power dynamics as well. It's like, don't be too self-sacrificing here, because Camilla is very self-sacrificing. She sacrifices her entire life to help this musician, to help this band grow, right? And there's a lack of balance here that Spirit wants to emphasize. There's like step back and acknowledge how power dynamics aren't serving you, and see how you can cooperate with people and not overgive at the same time. Basically, stop overgiving, because there are people that want to help you. Your spirit team wants to help you. There's a lack of acknowledgement there as well, is kind of what I'm getting. It's like your spirit team, you are in co-creation with the universe. Don't forget that. Don't forget that if you try to carry the weight all by yourself, things are going to go wrong left and right, because you're not allowing your spirit team to pull some weight. You know, I think that is the message here that kind of wants to come forward. And also something is like, don't give from a place of ego, where it's like you kind of hold on to that identity, like, yes, I am this powerful being, and yes, I can do this, but don't do it from a place of ego. Don't do it from a place of validation, where it's like, okay, I gain my value from being this role, from standing in this power, from being this archetype, the caregiver, the dreamer, you know, the devotion you have towards certain things. It's trying to teach you that you have value just being you. Now I want to get into a bit more of the compliments that Spirit has for you. So tell me, Spirit, how are you proud of this third collective? It's about reclaiming your self-confidence here as well, you know. That really is what it is about. Reclaiming your self-confidence. 5111. That's where the change lies. That is the change that needs to happen. That is how you are going to be in full alignment, right? It is learning that you can show up for yourself. Like, check how the way you're loyal to others, is that the same degree you're loyal to yourself, or do you gotta check that, right? How is that balance happening? Are you more loyal to others than you are to yourself, is the real question. So how is Spirit currently proud of this collective? How is Spirit proud of this collective? The Knight of Voices. Upright or reverse? Is this upright or reverse, Spirit? I think that's a reversal. Let me check. Yeah, okay, so it is upright, actually. And this kind of reinforces the Naruto card even more. Spirit sees you as someone who is fiercely driven. You go for what it is you want. You don't think twice about it. You go for it. 5222 on my timer. That change is very significant. It's like you are somebody who's just direct. You say what you think. You know what you want. You go for what it is you want. There's a sense of self-discipline that you can really hone in on. You fly. Like, you're this horse with the wings. You fly towards your destination. You're quick with it. You know, I think that you're very direct, honest, very mentally sharp, which is something that Spirit commends you for. Let's get one more card. What is it? Okay. That's too many. Interesting. Yeah, so there is a sense of like not using it as manipulation. Try not to use it in a manipulative way. Four of Inspiration. Yeah, like celebrate yourself a bit more here. Like there is a sense of you being very direct and fast moving forward. And you're also a safe haven to many. It's like you are a source of peace. You're a source of community is what I'm getting. You know how to celebrate people. You know, that Leo energy. It's like you know how to hype people up. You know how to stand in your power and be like, okay, go girl. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the energy you have. It's like you have a sense of genuine happiness. And you're not afraid to share that with the people around you. You're not afraid to uplift the whole room. You just do it. You carry that. You know how to uplift a whole room of people. You're a homemaker, you know. Camilla is a very good host when it comes to parties and stuff like that. You are a homemaker, and that is extremely commendable about you. just make sure you kind of check if you're giving enough to yourself. And I think that what you got to work on a little bit is also what you're the best at. So yes, you have this beautiful quality, but make sure you keep also giving that love and that optimism to yourself and not just to those around you. Fill your own cup first too, you know? Okay, let's get a last few messages from my own made oracle deck. Yeah, and we have sea urchin on the bottom. It's like allow love, armor, survival, know when to soften your heart. It's kind of giving me like you have a very soft heart, but also know how to set your boundaries in a way. You know what I mean? Okay, what's coming out here? We have lavender. Calmness, rest, sleep, hibernation. Take your time to hibernate and rest in the calmness. Exactly, like you do owe yourself more rest and ease and calm because your spirit team has got you. Oh my god, this is the first time this card comes out, right? If you see white feathers, know that it is your angel's business card. They're saying, they sliding it over the desk. They're like, we got you. We got you. Just sit back, rest, hibernate a bit more because your spirit team has got it covered. Whatever it is you're trying to build or do, you've done your work. You've done your part. You have done your part. And they're basically saying that they're arranging things. So trust your guides. Trust your guides. That's what's coming forward here. Okay, I want one more card for this third collective. What is the last thing you want to give to the collective here? How are you proud of them? What is the compliment you want to give them? Clear quartz, clarity, truth, pure focus, amplifier. You strengthen whatever energy, intention, or quality is already present. Exactly. So become clear before taking action. Exactly. So there is this is definitely more of like a message today for this collective. Your angels has got you covered, and they want you to know that you gotta rest and you gotta sit with your own energy right now so that you can amplify what you actually want, instead of sitting on this energy of like, I gotta do it all on my own, you know, being kind of stubborn, bullheaded, and like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Let others help you. Let your guides help you. Don't overextend yourself right now. Don't overextend yourself. Don't suppress your feelings. Sit with them. And that will help you stop amplifying energies that you don't want, right? Which is, I got to do it on my own. Well, yeah. Then you're literally blocking out your spirit team from helping you, right? Because you don't allow, you're not in a receiving energy. So I guess that's the message I want to give you. Stay focused. Purify your energy. Do like a purification meditation or something like that. I wish you the best of luck on your journey. Never forget, if you want to book a personal reading, you can do that through the description in the link. The description in the link. I meant the link in the description. Okay. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. And make sure you subscribe so that you can check out the new readings. I try to post every week or so, and I'm trying to be more consistent with it. So make sure you subscribe so I can keep making these videos for y'all. And also let me know in the comments what kind of pick a card you would like to see next, because I love to know what you guys want, and I will make sure to do it. Okay, thank you. Hi, beautiful people of the fourth and final collective. You chose the Fool. Now, immediately what I'm getting with this collective is that you are a non-conformist. You're the kind of person that does things for the adventure. You don't care too much about material. You would rather, oh God. Okay, sneeze that. Okay, interesting. I think that's like confirmation that you love to just be a free spirit. You love your freedom. You love choosing to do things and have experiences over material abundance. And I think that you're a very spontaneous adventurer. You go for those leaps of faith. Like you just take it you were like, oh, hey, this is what we're doing next. I guess this is what we're doing next. You know what I mean? You don't think too much about the next move. You're very innocent in that way, where it's like you just embrace whatever comes to you in life. And your spirit thinks that's very commendable. They love how spontaneous you are. Oh God, we already have a card coming out. Noshka. Wow, I love that. I love that for this collective. We have Neptune and Pisces coming out. Noshka, Valley of the Winds. It could be that you have a pet as well that really likes this about you as well. In general, you know, she is the princess of this fantasy village, and she also is a ultimate adventurer. She goes out there and she finds things, and she really stands up for those she cares about. She learns a lot about the nature as well, so you could be interested in the nature of your world or your environment. You could love going out to the forest. You could love going out on hiking trips. Stuff like that is kind of coming forward now. You're a peacemaker. Essentially, you want everyone to be happy. You want everyone to be okay. But also, what most stands out from her and this character is that she's extremely brave. She is brave. She is unafraid to confront those scary things. She befriends the monsters, right? Because she can see that the monsters are only monsters because they've been treated wrong. It's like you can always kind of look at the people that done you wrong and still have empathy for them. You know, I think that that is something that your spirit team is very proud of regarding you. You know how to keep the peace. You know how to create harmony within your environment. 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 3. Again, I feel like this is a collective that is very aligned in the way they move and in the way they their principles. You know, you have strong morals, strong principles. You stand up for those you care about again. And there's that Piscean energy where you're just kind of like a dreamy person, a dreamy, compassionate water sign individual, right? So you're very brave and understanding. And yeah. And also I feel like you care, like you stand up for nature specifically. That's kind of what's coming forth for this collective. You care about the animals. You care about the forests. Yeah, that's might be something you feel passionate about. Okay, we have Naruto coming out again, but that was also for the other collective. So I want to see if I can get a different card to get a bit more specific on what it is your spirit team is proud of. We have Luke Skywalker coming out. Okay, that immediately brings me to the scene where he's in the oh gosh, where he's in the swamp learning from Yoda. And I don't know why that scene is coming up, but it is coming up. So there's something here about how hopeful you are, how courageous you are. You are a beacon of light. You're like a symbol to the people around you. You truly are a hero to those around you because you want to create a better world, right? You're fighting the darkness in a sense where you learn how to embrace your shadow. And that's something that both of these characters do very well. Noshka does that from an external point, right? Where she befriends the monsters in her fantasy world, and Luke does that by confronting the darkness of his lineage. So two different ways of going about it, but still both characters confront these shadows very very bravely, I want to say. Okay, so why that scene is coming forward, I kind of rewatched it for a moment because I needed to refresh my brain on the scene of, and I'll put it in the description, by the way. By the way, with these videos, I always put the links of all the channeled songs and channeled scenes in the link. So never forget to check that out, because I think there can be a significant message in that art always for the people watching these videos. So the scene where Yoda is teaching Luke to lift this this space shuttle thing out of the swamp, he says, okay, I'll give it a try. And Yoda is like, no, there is no try. You only do it or you don't do it. There is no trying. And that is exactly the energy that is all in these cards, right? It is, you just do it. Noshka, she gets on her wing thing and she goes out and does it. Luke learns that there is no trying, there is just doing. You just gotta do it, right? Lifting a stick from the ground with your mind is no different than lifting a shuttle from the swamp. That's basically the lesson here. It is, you decide the value of something. You decide if something is more scary than something else. It's like, I hope you're picking up on what I'm saying. It's like, you create your reality. And you know that there's no difference in how scary it might look. You know, it is like, you just take the steps. You go for it. You take those leaps of faith, right? You're very hopeful and courageous in that. And yeah, it's that Sagittarius energy. Like, you could love traveling as well. Like, you learn through traveling the world and seeing the world. That's something that's just very significant here in this collective that's coming forward. And they appreciate that about you. Your spirit team is so proud of how you just go for it. You really just go for it. And it is extremely commendable. So let's see, what is your spirit team proud of at this time? The Queen of Swords is coming out. Okay, interesting. Let's see. One more card. Yeah, it's like, I'm also getting just like, you don't play. You don't play. You do it. You're serious in a sense of like, you get things done. You're very smart, intellectual. Like, Noshka, she also leads the village because she knows how to make strategic decisions. She makes the right decisions, and she's a fast thinker as well. And this is something that you could be embodying as well. Oh, let's see. Upright or reverse? No, that's a reversal. Okay, so we do have the Five of Wands in the reverse here. It's like, you don't look at the things you lost as well. It's like, you just get over it. It's like, this is part of the plan. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's like, you don't sit and kind of mope about the things that didn't work out, because you see the lesson in it. You see what it has taught you. Also, something I'm getting is, again, like, this is a card of like being a peacemaker. And in a way, with the Queen of Swords, I am getting that as a form of like, no, I'm not gonna engage in your stupid little toxic games anymore. I'm not gonna bitch and fight about things that have no substance. That's kind of the message that I'm getting with this. It's like, you're too smart to be bickering about things that aren't really your problem. It's like, you're exhausted by the drama. That's kind of also the facial expression of this queen, is like, I'm not gonna be fighting about this anymore. You know, this is stupid. Why are we fighting about these things? I'm not gonna engage with it. It's like, you're ready to kind of release the drama and go your own way. It's like a cooling off period, I want to say. You're cooling off. It's like, no, I'm not gonna be fighting. I'm just gonna chill and be in my own lane right now. You're very emotionally self-sufficient. You know how to treat yourself correctly. You know how you should be treated. You're very intelligent. That's basically the energy that's coming forward here. You just don't tolerate nonsense. You're not there to be you cannot be manipulated. You cannot be manipulated. You make your own rules. You play your own game. That's kind of really the message that I'm getting, and what your spirit team is very proud of to see within you. And you stay empathetic throughout all of it as well. It's like, the compassion is out here twice. Let's see. What else is spirit proud of or wants to compliment you on? Okay, we have two cards here. Yeah, again, like, you do not dwell on the past. It's like, there's a sense of you getting over your past hurts. You're not letting how people treated you affect how you're going to be moving forward. You're letting go of the pain and sorrow from past hurts. And that is something that Spirit is very proud of to see within you. You know, the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, it is really saying that You're gonna continue to focus on the things you do have, the things you can feel grateful for, the things that are moving forward. You're not gonna allow the people who used to stab you in the back get the better of you. You're not gonna allow the people who are still trying to stab you in the back to get the better of you. And that is something your spirit team is very proud to see. You hold your ground, and you're learning to release that sadness regarding that. You're learning to release maybe even resentment or just pain in general. This is really about having pain regarding betrayals, but you're letting that go. I just saw 1, 10, 10. So there is a sense of like that zero, right? That full energy, that zero, where you're getting into alignment. You're very close. Like you're very close to it now. It's like the worst of it is behind you, and you've decided you're not going to play these petty games anymore. You're just not. And you could have felt conflicted about that for a long time in the past, you know, where you had to deal with these dark energies for a long time, like it's something that was unavoidable for you, right? That Luke Skywalker, that destiny. This is always how it was meant to happen, is what I just heard. But yeah, you're choosing yourself. You're mending your inner child is also something that's coming through here. It's like you're going to prioritize you, your inner child, your joy, your own emotions, where it is you want to go, what it is you want to celebrate. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Exactly. Like you want to get into alignment. That is what you're going for now. And Spirit is just commending you for that. It is a time of celebrating yourself, putting yourself first. One more card, please. Yeah, like you're getting back into a student mindset. It's like there's a whole new world opening up for you. You're like, okay, I'm gonna start over again. I'm just gonna begin again. I'm gonna show myself who I can be. I'm gonna learn these new things. I can see the opportunity that is presented in front of me, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take charge and learn. 1, 1, 1, 5, 5 on my timer. You see this change as the perfect opportunity. And your student mindset, your growth mindset, wanting to learn more, building a stable foundation within yourself for yourself, is what Spirit is complimenting right now. They're like, hell yeah, girl. Girl is a universal term, gender inclusive. Everybody can be called a girl. Just saying. And it's just like, yeah, girl, keep doing your thing. Keep shining. Get that coin. You know what I mean? Like, you might be starting to focus more on your studies or your career, right? We have the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Underlying energy. It's like you just focusing on getting that bag. Getting the bag. Creating a foundation, a stability for yourself. A stability for your community. The people around you. And then I just randomly grabbed a couple cards and the 10 of Pentacles. Exactly. You are building a legacy. You are building a legacy, like you're breaking generational curses. You going for that house. You might be wanting to buy a house soon, or that might be a goal of yours that you're working towards. Which Spirit is saying, yeah, period, queen, keep doing that. That's like, that is the energy that I'm getting throughout this reading. And it's just amazing. Okay, so the last compliments your spirit team has for you. Aries was already on the bottom of the deck, and I kept shuffling my deck, and again, Aries came out. So there is, again, that bullheadedness of you just, like, going for it, leaping, initiating a change, initiating this, initiating that, moving forward. That, your courage, right? Again, it is just the courage you have. The way you take action, the way you trust yourself. You trust your discernment, you trust your intuition. You trust your assessment of things, right? Your soul did not come here to wait for permission. Trust yourself to take the step. And that's exactly what you're doing. It's like you're not waiting for anybody's permission to move forward anymore. You're not going to wait around and, you know, it's giving like, not my circus, not my monkeys. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm not going to concern myself with you. I'm going to go bolting ahead for what I want in my life. Beautiful energy. Honestly, such good energy. Yeah, and then yeah, exactly. I already saw it. The Libra energy coming out. You're building a balanced relationship with yourself. You're building a foundation. You're focusing on your own beauty is something I'm getting. Like, you're just like, I'm just getting prettier. I'm just getting more handsome. I'm just getting more sexy. You can stay behind because I'm gonna be more like, this is like the do. Like, that's the energy I'm getting from this collective. You're so self-empowered. Peace begins when you stop abandoning yourself to keep everyone else comfortable. Exactly. You don't care if other people are comfortable with your energy anymore. This is giving like villain era. It's giving like, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna be myself. And I don't care how other people react to it. Because I don't want to abandon myself anymore. I don't want to sacrifice myself. You know, because Noshka is this self-sacrificing character. She literally sacrifices herself for the greater collective, for the people that were too naive to see the truth, right? And you're just no longer going to be doing that. And it's going to create, and it already is creating this sense of harmony within your life. And this could specifically have to do with where you have these placements, right? Where's your Libra? What house is it in? What house is your Aries in? Because that could be like an amplification of that energy. Let's get one last card for this collective. Okay. Yeah, we have the... Oh my god, I can't find the word. Is it like a lady? Why do I want to say a ladybug? There's a firefly. Oh my god. There's a firefly, of course. You're funny. You could be a musician. You could be focusing on your music. It's your mission to save the world. It's like you're going to save the world by focusing on yourself. You're embracing that childlike wonder again. 11711. Pure alignment with your journey. You're having fun doing it too. Being on this adventure, right? Because it reminds me of Lady and the Frog, where they have that musician, firefly dude that's kind of guiding them through the dark forest. That's your energy. You're doing it all with smiling and playing music and dancing along the way. And that's what's so commendable about you. Sing and dance your way through the dark forest. Exactly. Shine. Keep shining your light. One last card. I just love this collective. I can't help myself. One last encouraging note for this collective, and then I'm really going to wrap it up. Okay, again, we have Sagittarius. Expansion. Adventurer. You got great wisdom from all the adventures that you've been on. Right? Every experience is a teacher. Stay curious. Let life broaden your perspective, right? You can see how the experiences of your past have shaped you in a way and how it is going to help you expand. And that's how you're gaining power right now. That is how you're feeding yourself. That's like your fuel right now. Your hardships, right? As I'm saying, like, you're not going to be melancholic about it anymore. You're going to use that pain as fuel to keep expanding, to keep growing. Then we have the seed, growth, creation, fulfillment, patience, fertility, and potential. You're finally seeing your own potential, and your spirit team is proud of you for that. Every great journey begins with a single seed. Trust what is growing. Trust what is growing. Trust how you're growing. this is just a beautiful last collective to end the thing on. And what's coming forward now is as well, like, it takes the faith of a mustard seed to move mountains, which is like you're starting to move mountains with the faith you're building within yourself. And your spirit just commends you for that. You're seeing your own potential, and spirit is so proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you. This was an amazing reading. So if you're part of the fourth collective, make sure you put a little... is there a firefly emoji? I don't know. I'll just put it behind the timestamp and we'll see if there is a firefly emoji. But something related to the firefly in the comments, because I always love to know which collective chooses which pick card. And yeah, I appreciate you so much for being here. Remember, you can always book a personal reading through the link in my description. So make sure you check that out if you're interested. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. I love you all so much. Never forget, please subscribe and comment. It's the best way you can support me at this time. It helps me with engagement. It helps me with growing this community, so that we can keep building this beautiful platform with each other, and we can help people connect to their spirit team and their guides. That's my mission. That's my goal. I want people to feel more connected to their guides. So let's make that happen together. Okay? All right. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next reading.